Hey guys, Joe here. Welcome to another Dragon Ball FighterZ video, and welcome back to my Dragon Ball FighterZ patch 1.40 review. Now, patch 1.41, the follow-up patch to patch 1.40, or more specifically, the hotfix patch for patch 1.40, has been released on literally every other platform, save but the one I'm recording this on, which is my Switch, because apparently the Switch version just gets delayed updates for some fucking dumbass reason, and I cannot fathom why, but regardless, so, until that patch comes out, I'm just going to have to stick with version 1.40, and this is the version I'm going to be looking at until patch 1.41 arrives to the Switch. And once it does, I will make a segment, either a short video going over changes I haven't covered, or just make a section at a section at the beginning of the next video in this review series for patch 1.40, covering those changes. Because, there were 3 changes that by the time I reach Frieza, which will be the next video, I'll probably have missed. So, just keep that in mind, because that'll be what I discuss at the beginning of the next video. So, yeah, until that comes, we're just going to take a look at Team Gohan from patch 1.40 of the game. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first change we're going to take a look at is to the second hit of Team Gohan's auto combo, which, yet again, has been buffed, and is slowly but surely becoming the next Ginyu 5H. So, that's interesting. Funny, crazy, but interesting. So, in the last patch, Team Gohan was given the ability to cancel out of the second hit of his auto combo into his jumping heavies and jumping ki blasts. But now, he has been given the ability to cancel out of the second hit of his auto combo into his jumping medium, which is just fucking insane, and I'm about to show you why. Let's go to the corner and I'll show you. So, let's say I do a 4-piece combo, a little 4-piece on block, using 5L, 5LL, JM, and JH. Let me show you what happens when I do that combination. You end up safe on block, plus 0. Okay? 0 on block, that's insane. But it gets worse, or better, depending on how you look at it. If you delay the 5H, or JH, sorry, just long enough, you can actually make yourself Omega Plus on block. With the maximum being, if I can hit it, plus 5 on block. Plus fucking 5 on block. Just from that little 4-piece. And no, that isn't a joke. I am being so deadass. You can just do this and be plus. Plus 2. Well, you gotta make sure you don't delay it too long in the mix, but plus 3. And then plus 5, which is the max. Which is just insane. But it gets better from there. Because let's say you decide to add legs into the mix, like light legs. Minus 5. Excuse me. Minus 5 on block. Medium legs. Minus 2 on block. Let's say you add ki blast legs. Minus 2 on block. Let's say you add J2S into the mix. Minus 3 on block. Right? Let's say you decide to go even crazier. Minus 6 on block, but I mean, could be worse. But let's say you do it with a medium. Minus fucking 2 on block again. Right? So you could just keep them in pressure for as fucking long as you want. Which is just insane. But if you really want to lock them down, this is the way to go. Because you could just keep them locked in place until you get a hit. And it is just... oh my god, it is just ridiculous. It is so ridiculous, but it is so goddamn fun. And the fact that it takes only 4 hits just to keep the opponent in block and B+ is fucking ridiculous. But just remember, if you want to be even more plus, delay the JH. Not too much, but enough. And that way, you would just keep going forever, which would just be ridiculous. But, hey, you know, whatever, man. I mean, sure, it might not, maybe it's not practical, maybe it's not optimal, I don't know. But if it does turn out to be, then by God, Team Gohan players have some good things to play around with then. Yeah, I wish you all the best of luck, it ain't my fucking problem. This is fucking ridiculous. I love it, though. I think Team Gohan having the ability to cancel out of his auto combo, you know, because of how unique it is, being able to cancel out of it with that kind of shit is, you know, I think it works for him, right? And I don't think they've gone too crazy with it, but I think it's just crazy enough to where it's still good, but it's still fun. So, you know, I'm all for it. The next change is to Team Gohan's 5-hit combo, specifically the light version of his 5-hit combo, which now has a faster startup. A faster startup of about 10 frames, while also being minus 5 on block. Now sure, you can definitely say this would make, you know, much better on, really good on block because it's safe, relatively speaking. But I think the, you know, more practical and ideal application is in Team Gohan's combo game, which of course, with long combos that, you know, you have a lot of hits to you know, going through the end of it. Obviously, having that as an option for a finisher, you know, if you didn't already use this, you know, smash hit, and you decide to Rekka the light version into the medium version, which allows you to do this. Yeah, that's the more practical application of this, but you could also cancel it into the heavy version to do something like that, or that, or you know, there's just a lot of options there. Or you can just, you know, so having this move be faster, having it be a Rekka, you know, it's going to be much better in combos, honest to God. So, yeah, buffing Team Gohan's combo game, always a good thing. It's always good, in my opinion, it's always good to buff a character's combo game, because in a game like this, combos are the greatest form of expression for a player. And every character should have plenty of combos at their disposal and plenty of tools to use in their combos at their disposal. So a change like this is always going to be welcomed by us. Good stuff. The next change we're going to look at, or rather the next group of changes we're going to look at, are to the light version of Gohan's Super Dragon Flight. And every single version of Super Dragon Flight was buffed, but we're going to start off with the light version, which got some very interesting buffs, starting with adjusted distance travel. It now goes much further. But on top of that, as you probably saw, you now have much less recovery. Or, well, yes, much less recovery. Meaning, you can now act immediately out of this move. On top of that, the block stun was increased to minus 17. But, no worries, that's what assists are for. You can just cover with an assist. And since you recover faster, you just immediately start a block pressure again. So, you know. good stuff. But the last and most interesting buff this move got was to its stun time, which basically allows you to do this. Yeah, you can now combo out of light DP. Now, if you were to do, let's say, something like this, and then do the light DP, it would be a pretty tight confirm. Or if you were to do something like into light DP, it would be an extremely tight confirm. Not impossible, but just very, very frame perfect. However, if you were to do it in the corner, it'd still be a pretty tight confirm, but not nearly as bad as this one. So, this overall is going to give Team Gohan some very interesting new combo routes, which, again, is going to be interesting, very fun, and is overall going to boost his combo game and changes to a character's combo game and give him more combos. Is always a change I appreciate. I don't think I need to say much more on it. So, yeah, pretty nice changes, very interesting changes, but I'm not sure how impactful they're going to be, but I guess we'll see. Next up is the medium version of Super Dragon Flight, which also got a buff, I guess. I don't know. This is a weird one, but if you do the medium auto combo, and this is not a change specific to Team Gohan, but it is a change that multiple characters have gotten, and we'll get into those. If you do Team Gohan's medium auto combo, which looks like this, without the super, right? If you do Team Gohan's medium auto combo, the medium version of Super Dragon Flight will now have increased stun time, which basically means you can convert out of it. Here's the problem, however. If you couldn't already figure out what the problem is, it's two things. One, the opponent gets flung way too far away, and two, well, what do I even need to say? You just don't recover fast enough to be able to make anything out of it, which is the sad part. So that then begs the question, how do you use this? Well, here's the only way I've found to use it thus far. Something like that. It's not really much, and it's not really that useful. But maybe, just maybe, if they tweaked with this a little bit more, they might have something. If I could recommend any changes to make this actually work, it would be to have Gohan recover faster and fall faster after doing the medium DP so that he can actually run up and get a conversion. That's the only way I could see this being anywhere near useful for the character. It would be cool to be able to find practical use cases for this, but I can't really find many, and the only one I found was that one, and that's not even practical. So, yeah, I think this change for Team Gohan's medium auto combo specifically definitely needs to be tweaked a bit, but if they can tweak it in a way that makes it a little more useful, or hell, maybe if they, like I said, reduce the recovery and increase the falling speed after doing the DP to let Gohan actually confirm, then I think it would be worth something. Right? But until something is done with this specific attribute and with this specific change, right? I don't see this thing being very useful, which is important. And last but not least, we come to the heavy version of Super Dragon Flight, which got some changes of its own, so let's take a look at those, starting with Block Stun. it is now -5 on block. Why his EXDP is safe on block is beyond me, but that should not be that safe. That is fucking ridiculous. But if that wasn't enough, you now have a bit more pushback, or rather, a bit more hit stop when the opponent is blocking. Which, I mean, I guess it just pushes them away a little bit further. Maybe it just keeps them in block for a little longer, I don't know, but hey, it's something, I guess. I don't know. The next change is reduced delay on miss and block. And considering how far that fucking thing goes, holy shit. Yeah, not only are you safe on block, you're also safe on whiff as well, which is ridiculous. And last but not least, you have reduced hit stun when not in the animation. So let's say you, I don't know, do a smash hit and then use the boom, for example. You now have reduced hit stun, I suppose, which I don't know how useful that really is, but okay. But overall, these are just very strange changes, and the change to the reduction of recovery on block and whiff, as well as the increased block stun, is just fucking ridiculous. But hey, this is the version of Teen Gohan's EXDP that we've got. Well, okay, it does get nerfed in patch 1.41, but we're not there yet, so once we get to that point, I will showcase how much this move got nerfed. So, until then, this is what we got. Again, I'm using the Switch version, so once the patch comes to the Switch version, I'll display everything like I said. So, yeah. Anyways, interesting changes, but let's move on. The next change is to Teen Gohan's level 3, or more specifically, his level 5. The full power Father-Son Kamehameha has been buffed to have reduced hit stun and adjusted knockback, which looks like this. Now, that in itself already looks really good, but let's take a look at this in order. And let me show you just how good this actually is. This now gives Teen Gohan much stronger level 3 mix, as well as level 3 OG. This character, who already has some incredible strengths in and of himself, now has some very, very potent level 3 mix. Level 5 mix, more specifically. Why am I saving level 3 mix? I have no idea, but level 5 mix is now much greater. So if you use level 5, you can now start up your Oki and your mix and pressure much easier, much sooner, and there's not a goddamn thing they'll be able to do about it. Well, relatively speaking anyway. But the point is, Teen Gohan's level 5 mix and level 5 Oki just got significantly bumped. So now if you use level 5, the reward is so much greater, which is honestly pretty good. The next group of changes are for Teen Gohan's B assist. Now, I am a big fan and a pretty major advocate for Teen Gohan's B assist, even though I haven't been very vocal about it. I'll say this now. It is easily, and I do mean easily, one of the best projectile assists in the entire game, considering the number of buffs it received, but even then, it was still being underutilized. No, not a lot of people were using it. And it's a shame because, you know, because so many people don't utilize it, I consider it, you know, one of the most underappreciated and underrated assists in the game. But after this patch, Hopefully that won't be the case because this assist got buffed mega tons. And it only got 3 changes, but those changes make a massive difference. Starting with the assist startup, which has been sped up. 26 frames. That's pretty impressive, but it gets better because not only is it faster, but it goes further. And if that worked, check this out. They adjusted the knockback on the final hit of the move of the assist to pop the opponent up for better conversion, which is fucking awesome. This now basically allows you to much more easily convert out of Teen Gohan via assist, which is incredible. So now, hopefully, this will convince people to start using this assist just a little bit more because it is a really good assist. And now that it's faster, it goes full screen, it tracks the opponent, and has a better hit reaction on the last on the last hit of the attack. Hopefully people will start using this a bit more now because it is a very, very good assist. Now it was just made even better. And the last change to talk about in regards to Teen Gohan is to his C assist. And funnily enough, this is actually a change I wanted. Teen Gohan C assist is now faster. 35 frames. 35 frames. That is how fast the assist is now, which is exactly how fast I wanted this assist to be. If I could ask for anything for this character, I asked for 2 things. That was one of them, and I got it. So, hey, faster C assist, even though C assists, well, C assists aren't as good in patch 1.40, but once 1.41 comes onto the Switch, then then C assist will definitely be a lot better. So yeah, nice buff to C assist. So now we've come to the last part of the video where I go over all the changes this character got that I liked, that I didn't like, and that I would add. Because yes, similarly to Piccolo, in this current state of the game, Teen Gohan is pretty much as perfect as you're gonna get. Sure, there are a couple changes I personally would make, but we'll get to those in a bit. But for now, I would cover all the changes I liked, but there are so many that I liked, it'd be easier to go over the ones I didn't like. So let's go over the ones I didn't like, which are literally just all of the changes in regards to the heavy version of Super Dragon Flight on block. I do not think Teen Gohan needs those changes. The heavy version of Super Dragon Flight is already really good. Why make it any better than it needs to? But thankfully, patch 1.41 increased the block stun, or rather, reduced the block stun. So that fixes one problem. And I think the other 2 changes definitely shouldn't be in the game either. As for the other change that the EX version of Super Dragon Flight got, which is the reduced hit stun when not in animation, I think there could be some potential for some unique combo routing with that. So, to any Teen Gohan players, or Teen Gohan mains even, see what you can come up with. You've got a lot of new toys to play with, so go at it. Now, as for the changes I personally would make, there are 2 of them. I already mentioned the first one, which is to the medium auto combo. As I said before, if you wanted to fix this, best thing you could do is make it so Teen Gohan falls faster after the DP, as well as recovers faster, so that then he can convert out of it, right? And actually have it be, much easier to convert out of. Because as it stands, converting with the medium auto combo is going to be an absolute bitch. Right? Comboing out of the medium auto combo currently is just, it's just not worth it. But if it were tweaked, it could be much better. And the other change I want to bring up, and the last one I want to bring up with Team Gohan, is this. Yeah, so, Teen Gohan being able to super dash cancel out of his level 1 needs to go. He should not be able to do that. He should not be able to do that at all. The only character in the game who should be able to do this, and I said this in my Super Saiyan Goku video, the only character in the game who should be allowed to do that is Videl and no one else. There's one more character who is capable of doing this, and we'll get to that when we get to that. But to recite it, to restate my point, it doesn't make sense for the other characters to have it, but for Videl, it makes a lot more sense. Just saying. And with all of that said, that is it for today's video. So tune in next time when we cover Frieza and the changes he received. So until then, thank you all for watching, and until the next video, please don't do anything stupid and take good care of yourselves. That's all from me. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.